Welcome back to Old Charles. The story of the 20-cent coin from 1978 begins in a time when the city was growing fast and transforming into a global financial center. This small coin may look simple at first glance, but it carries a rich history and surprising value for collectors around the world. Many people overlook coins like this in their everyday change, but collectors know that even a small denomination can hold big significance depending on condition, rarity and demand. The 1978 Hong Kong 20-cent coin was issued during the period when Hong Kong was still a British colony. Because of this, the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side, which was common for coins minted under British rule. The portrait used at that time shows a mature version of the Queen facing right, and it reflects the design style of the late 20th century. On the other side of the coin you will find the denomination and the words Hong Kong, along with a clean and simple design that emphasizes clarity and usability. This coin was made from a copper-nickel alloy, which gives it a silver-like appearance and strong durability. It was designed to withstand heavy circulation, since coins like this were used daily by millions of people in markets, shops and public transport. Because of this, many of the coins that still exist today show signs of wear, such as scratches, faded details and dull surfaces. These factors play a major role in determining the value of the coin in today's collector market. When we talk about value, the first thing to understand is that most 1978 Hong Kong 20-cent coins are not extremely rare. Millions were minted and circulated widely, which means that in average condition they are usually worth only a small amount above their face value. However, the story changes when the coin is found in uncirculated or near perfect condition. Coins that have sharp details, bright luster and no visible wear can attract much higher prices from collectors who are always searching for well-preserved examples. Another important factor that can increase value is the presence of mint errors. These errors can include off-center strikes, double designs or unusual markings that occurred during the minting process. Error coins are highly sought after because they are unique and often rare. A 1978 Hong Kong 20-cent coin with a clear and noticeable error can be worth significantly more than a regular coin, especially if it is certified by a professional grading service. Collectors also pay attention to grading, which is a standardized way to measure the condition of a coin. Grades can range from poor condition to mint state, and each step up in grade can increase the coin value. For example, a coin in very fine condition may be worth only a small premium, while a coin graded mint state could be worth many times more. This is why proper storage and handling are so important for anyone who wants to preserve coin value over time. The historical context of the coin also adds to its appeal. The late 1970s were an important period for Hong Kong as it continued to grow economically and culturally. Coins from this era serve as small pieces of history that connect collectors to that time. For many people, collecting coins is not just about money but about holding a tangible link to the past. If you have a 1978 Hong Kong 20-cent coin, the best way to understand its value is to examine its condition carefully. Look at the details on the Queen portrait and the lettering on the reverse side. Check for shine and any signs of wear. If the coin looks unusually sharp or has something unique about it, you might consider having it evaluated by an expert. Even though most coins of this type are common, there are always exceptions that can surprise you. In the collector market, prices can vary depending on demand trends and the availability of high-grade examples. Online marketplaces, auctions and coin dealers are common places where these coins are bought and sold. Some collectors focus specifically on Hong Kong coinage, while others include it as part of a broader world coin collection. The history of the 1978 20-cent coin begins during a period of rapid growth and modernization. In the late 1970s, Hong Kong was one of the busiest trading hubs in Asia, and its currency system played a key role in daily life. Coins like the 20-cent piece were essential for everyday transactions, from street markets to public transport, making them a constant part of life for millions of people. At that time, Hong Kong was under British administration, which strongly influenced its coinage. The authority responsible for issuing coins was the and designs reflected both local identity and British connection. The 1978 coin featured the portrait of on the front, showing the link to the British Crown. This portrait changed over time as the Queen aged, so each design period can help collectors identify the era of a coin. The 20-cent denomination itself was introduced earlier in the 20th century, but by the 1970s it had become a standard part of the currency system. The coin was struck in copper-nickel, which gave it strength and a bright metallic look. This choice of metal was important because coins needed to survive heavy use in a crowded and fast-paced city. Millions of these coins were produced and circulated widely, meaning they passed through countless hands in shops, buses and markets. The late 1970s were also a time when Hong Kong economy was expanding rapidly, with industries like manufacturing and finance growing quickly. Coins from this period, including the 1978 20-cent piece, are reminders of that economic rise. They represent a time when Hong Kong was building its reputation as an international financial center. Over the years, the design of Hong Kong coins would change, especially as the region approached the handover to in 1997. After this historic transition, new coin designs replaced the portrait of the British monarch with symbols more closely related to Hong Kong identity, such as the bauhinia flower. This makes earlier coins like the 1978 issue part of a distinct colonial era, which adds to their historical importance. Today, the 1978 Hong Kong 20-cent coin is valued not only for its monetary worth but also for its connection to a unique period in history. It tells the story of a city under British rule experiencing